Send all those messages. If you've got some comments to make, don't forget to keep on doing it as we are live and we are broadcasting live now. And I know you like saying people must subscribe.
Yes, no, people must subscribe. I think they should also write it in their CV to say they have subscribed to Lifestyle League. It's such an honor. I honestly think they will also enter heaven by doing that. It will be difficult to get into heaven while you didn't subscribe. But anyway, no, no. So I was talking about Tito Maswangani, not only Tito Maswangani, but the whole team. The idea of the coach here is to prepare himself even for bigger games. As you can see, Bafana had 63% of the chance of the ball. By 70 minutes, by 7 minutes already, Tito Maswangani had 3 opportunities. One of those, he was offside and he was linking well with Oswina Police. And they were rotating some say the ball was being taken down, backwards and going forward and stuff. That's how we should play our own football. There's a reason why in the pitch you can go back and forward. If it was not supposed to be, they were supposed to. The referee was supposed to ref you to say you are taking the ball backward. Why are we allowed to take the ball back? Yeah. It's because it's within the context and within. Because when you take the ball back, you are allowing your opponents to come drift at you so that you can open spaces.
It's a strategy.
It's a strategy. So I don't understand people just want to go forward. You can see that it's been closed there and you are outnumbered and your players are at the back. What do? You rotate the ball. And sometimes, let me tell you, even
so you want to tell me that there are people that are complaining about that Bafana squad, how they played against Tanzania?
The majority of them, remember, majority of them
what are they saying?
No, they're complaining that the ball was being taken back and stuff. And I don't know, because these people really understand football, to be honest with you. They understand that's rotation. That's what we're talking about. If you go forward and you realize that in front of goals, you are marked and stuff, you take the ball back. There's nothing wrong. I think we've got this concept of saying when you take the ball, it's wrong. No, it's not wrong. That's the reason why Mulisani became the man of the match. It's not because we were defending. He became man of the match just to help me. Tanzania never had a clear chance. They never had a chance. Ricardo Goss never made a chance. Why did we have a defender being man of the match while they were not attacking us? Let me tell you, and let me help those that I want to. It's because we were playing the ball from the back. And in modern day football, you play the ball from the back. There's no way that you can build a house here while its foundation is there. No, it's impossible. You have to start where it is. You start playing from the back because you are playing against a team in Tanzania that only came for a draw. Meaning they know that you're going to attack and press them. But what do, you invite them from the back, because if you go forward every day, every ball that you take it far. To the front or forward. They've easily anticipated that. So you need to start the play from the back. Hence, you saw the defenders were so crucial. But to talk about those diagonal passes that were made by Talentenbad, meaning every time we played in the middle of the park or we played to the wide, what he did, he switched play because he knows that Tanzanian players would then come and drift back. But remember what Hugo Bruce is trying to build is he doesn't want to bring, when you're trying to score on finder, he doesn't want that. He wants us to have many touches, many passes. And let me tell you, majority says they did not enjoy yesterday's game. Why? Because they are passing. Football is about receiving a pass and passing. And how?
But is it not because we didn't score as well?
Yes, also because we did not score. Remember, football is not like watching news to say, 5 people have been what. No. That's not how we watch football. We check football according to the whole context of it. The many passes, the many forward passes, the many back passes. How were you opening up? Yes, we did not break in terms of creating clear chances. That's true, and that's a fact. But that does not define us playing well. In Europe, anywhere that we really praise their football, they play more of the ball. And when you have the strength of having more of the ball, it means you are denying your opponents to play. How can you say a team that has played over 60% of the ball, you say they did not play? What were they doing when they had the ball for 60 minutes? Yes, you can say, like I'm saying, you can blame them to say they did not create as many scoring opportunities as one may check. But you talk about Tito Patrick Maswanyangani, he played very well. You talk about Murray, he played very well. Also in Police, class of his own, those guys just came. But you'll be surprised, there's a player that many are anticipating that Kaizer Chiefs are looking for him. He's the talk of town. You can see that people are just advocating for their own teams here. That guy, Osuluman, people are talking about him. Yes, he's a good player, but he's not so overrated as many or so much as what people are saying. What. And I think, like I'm saying, we need to stop this thing of talking about teams. I mean, Hugo Bruce, I think for me, Tito, I need to be very, very political about this because also I was so disturbed. When Temba Mshishizwane was doing so great, unfortunately, age is not with him now. We all praised the guy. Even last week, we were saying, why not play Temba Mshishizwane? Why? I think Tito is by far one of the, if not one, the most hated player because Hugo Bruce said Tito Patrick Maswangani is going to be the next Temba Swan. And for that, he's hated. And for what you hear people say, Tito did not play very well. And you ask yourself, what did he do wrong? There's nothing that people will tell you that he did wrong. This is what he did. He even gave an assist inside the box where Oswina Police had $1 million pass inside the box. I mean, in $1 million chance. Unfortunately, he couldn't connect well. He hit it with the laces. What he was supposed to do was supposed to connect it well. I mean, use the whole of his body so that the ball can go higher and score goals, but a goal rather. But for me, the boys played very well. I think Tanzania came for nothing but a draw. And I mean, Hugo Bruce shows that he wants continuity. And people will come. How many years have we been looking for a coach, a good coach? Remember, from the days of Clive Barker until to date, we never had a good goal, I mean, a good coach. We've been looking, we've been going. They've tried, majority have tried, all of them. You mentioned them, your Pete. So we've had coaches earning far better than the president, but they never did anything. And this guy comes here, he gives ordinary players a chance. Relebohile Mofokeng got in later at the stage of the match. Kio Shapa Batuka inside the box, Shapa $1 million crosses. Unfortunately, our strikers, Yokubido, could not really connect well with the header. But I was there when Mohaungot was introduced. Also, a Coco Melon. It was his debut. I mean, for the coach to just give them such an opportunity, for me, it was a game of the highest magnitude. And for me, I enjoy a team that has more of the possession. There's nothing your opponent can do to you if they don't have the ball. If you have the ball, it means you have control of the game. And you cannot tell me that a team that had more control of the game did not play. It does not make sense to me. I don't know, maybe to others.
Uh, you've said a lot, and we've got Bafana B, Bafana C. I don't know which one is which between the two. One is playing friendlies, one is playing a serious cup called Kosafa. So I would not know which one to call B or C.
Yeah.
But we are in a cup tournament, and we've already lost one match. And if we lose again today, we are out of the tournament.
No, I'd like to believe that the boys will do very well. They'll rise very well. Even the ones that we saying they are C. Like I'm saying, I think we mentioned the issue of teams here. The boys, they according to how they played very well, and I do believe honestly that they will win this one. I would say because Mamelodi Sundowns is going to play the Club World Cup, the coach felt because majority of his senior players comes from Mamelodi Sundowns, so the coach thought in the meantime, let me give other players a chance. Of which for me, that's a very good thing. That means that you are building for continuity. For me, one of the reasons why we did not continue with the squad of 96, 98 is the fact that all those players shared almost the same age. There was no younger player, there was no continuity. It means if you lose this crop or this generation, therefore, it means there's no continuity. You'll never find a Dr. Kumalo. You'll never find a Shoes Mushu. So with Hugo Bruce, this is what he's trying to implement or introduce, of which is doing it successfully. So, unfortunately, some people, when you're trying to build in a system, let me tell you, there's one subject in school that I know for sure that they are not concerned about the answer. And you know why a lot of people fail in it? Mathematics. They fail because mathematics, is more about the logic than the answer. So people are more concerned about the end result rather than the logic behind. And this is what Hugo Bruce is bringing to us as South Africans to say, I'm building, I'm a national team. I'm building for all teams. I'm building so that we can have generational talent. And for me, he's doing a very good job. I even heard at the parliament they say he earns around 1 million. I think it's very little according to what he's doing. That's a lot. Maybe they can give him even 3 million.
In fact, I think in 2010 we were still paying a coach 1 million rand, if I'm not mistaken, and it's 2025, so it's still 1 million rand.
He's underpaid. He's underpaid because coaching a national team is like a university. You inspire those that are coming from you're from your high school, you're everywhere, every level. So this is what Hugo Bruce is doing. He's not just coaching Bafana. He's coaching all teams. That's why at some point you could find him going to Mangoba Mniti, who was coaching Mamelodi Sundowns, having meetings with him, sometimes publicly saying to him that you cannot bench Tebo Mukwena, Kuliso Mudau, and the likes. Why? Why would he go to Mamelodi Sundowns if he's not coaching all of us? He's coaching all of us. If he was not coaching Sundowns, Pirates, and the likes, why would he be concerned about his players being played somewhere else? Why would he be concerned about the structure and the system played by these teams? It means he's concerned. He's looking overall, and also he has to check this. Let me tell you one of the things that people are not getting, are not understanding. When you sell players, the most important thing when you sell players across anywhere in the world, you check age. Do you check this player? If I buy him, how long is he going to stay? So Hugo Bruce, this is the idea that is trying to bring. I hear some people think we are in Italy here. We are in Africa. We are not in Europe where the resources are not the same. They are not the same. So Hugo Bruce is trying to bring in young crop of players so that when scouts, because we are playing international football, meaning when you play for the national team, the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, and other big teams in the world are able to see you. But when they see you, are they going to play you? They're not going to take you because your ID says otherwise. You are old. There are a lot of talented players, even from the dusty street of Tembisa, Soweto, and anywhere else. The reason why they don't come to the PSL is precisely because of age. So Hugo Bruce is trying to break that curse into introducing in young players so that those players can easily go abroad. You understand? Like I'm saying, Relebohile Mofokeng is old. How old is Yamal? If you don't believe that William Fuken that we say is a Coco Melon is old, he's old. Muhaun Kota is old. It's just that us, we don't want to match our standard according to world standard. And if we were to look at the Mbogas, was introduced today, tomorrow he marks Ribeiro. Brazilians find out why. It shows that we've delayed him. We were supposed to have found Scout maybe at the age of 8 he should be playing.
But when he did that with Selepo, you said, after 4 games, why are you playing for Bafana?
No, I was not disputing the Selepe. The Selepe issue, you are the one who brought it in comparison with Tele. I was only saying that Tele is here also. Introduce him. I'm not against the issue of Selepe. But again, even if I was against it, he's proving me otherwise.
Danko.
Yes, he's performing.
That's all I wanted you to say. I just wanted you to admit that. Okay, here we go. Chamba Masek, available.
Yeah.
You're losing Salim. What are you saying?
The issue of Saleh, man. But football goes on.
I'm saying Maseko is available.
Yes, if we take him if he's a very good player.
Do you think they will let him go?
I doubt those ones. I doubt they'll never have 60
No,
players.
is that what you're saying?
I'm saying
they'll rather have 60 players.
If some team was looking for him, they wouldn't mind. But now thinking that is good, I'll end up giving a wrong example. When your ex is going to your enemy,
Yeah.
and you see, I no longer want to have marriage, just go to the right person. I'd rather have polygamy.
So you think they're going to have 60 players?
Yeah. No,
Rather than giving away Masek.
No, they won't give. I doubt they will give. They are not. Even if they do so, they are not historically known for that. Let me tell you what they will do. They will up the price. The only players that you will get is those that they know are free agents and they no longer need them. Like your
But Maseko is not going to the Club World Cup. It's a fact. Why is he not going there?
You know, they've got a lot. They've got many. They've
Hence,
got
I'm
many
saying the number
it.
is going to be 60.
Eh,
Is that what you're saying?
the number is going to be. No, they don't mind.
You spoke about having too many women. Now you're in trouble now.
And it's not even part of, but what I'm trying to say is they won't give because the boy is class. Remember, the boy is quality. It's quality. They won't give us. But if they do,
Hence, I say you're losing Saleh and Maseko is available.
that's the thing, because when they close, they'll end up buying the whole PSL because now no one must play. But I think they drop players. If a player is too good, they will make the price to be too high for you to say. And people will be saying, no, these ones don't want to use man. Remember, we are in business. If it doesn't make business sense, so why sign you?
I've always said, once Pirates is cruising all the time, whether it's after double treble or after anything, immediately after, you'll see an exodus of players leaving Pirates. And now all players are being released. What do you make of it?
I think
In fact, the players that have been released by Pirates can actually go form an opposition team that might even beat Pirates.
Yeah, I think first of all, let me tell you, I think we grow to have an attachment when a player plays for you, and it becomes so difficult to let them go. But for me, you can never. I mean, when you love players, sometimes they say when you love someone, you must love them enough to let them go. I think your Paseka Mako, Tabiso Munyani, very good players from the left back to the right back, and I think the right time has come for them to go. Remember, those two players, they are injury prone. And unfortunately, we are in business here. We are not in church. It's not where unfortunately, even for the players that are coming, maybe those that are yet to develop, they must know the business and the order of the day, that you need to look after your contract and you need to do whatever that you need to do within the context of your contract. If you need to buy a house, buy a car, do whatever. But again, one thing that they must take home is the craft and the trade that they were taught at Orlando Pirates. Tabiso Munyane comes from the academy, well equipped. I mean, Orlando Pirates has done everything at their disposal to make sure that is quality, together with Pateka Mako. So for me, they've got everything they want. They've got the quality, they've got the experience, and any team that wants them, they can then go into an office and negotiate to say, I was playing for Orlando Pirates. This is what I can do. This is what I've done. So for me, I don't see any reason for us to cry.
So it's a good business model,
Yes.
obviously, according to you, because you said you'd rather release players, rather than maintaining them. But if you want Maseko, you're saying that side they will not give you Maseko, they rather keep it.
You know the idea. These guys are football players. They are not football bench warmers. So the main fact here is for players to have game time. If you cannot give them game time, then they must go. There's no need for them to stay. Why stay if you are not playing? And this does not go to Sundowns and Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs and whatsoever. It goes to all teams. I know that we have to have a good bench, but we must never, like for example, I don't know what when I saw Coetzee leaving Sundowns. Even his shape does not look like a football player. You understand? And by that time, who's going to buy him?
Interesting stuff. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us, and send those comments, because I'm still chilling with a PhD. So, Club World Cup.
Yeah.
I had interesting comments by Mamadou, on Soccer Africa.
Yeah.
And he was saying, in front of Rulani, in fact, he was saying all African teams are not going beyond the group stages. What do you make of that statement?
It's a statement that I said. Mamadou, I think he watches our show. What I said.
Thanks for watching, Mamadou.
Yeah, congratulations to him. No, I heard him. Like I said last week, that and it's a good thing But if they are to prove us otherwise, and it's not like I said, it's not because Pirates is not going or Chiefs is not going. The levels there are different, are of a different caliber. But I'm not saying it's impossible. But we know that it's a mountain to climb. But I agree with him. I think also it's an achievement for them to go there and rub shoulders and gain the experience and come back here. I mean, we congratulate them, and I'm hoping and very hopeful, in fact, more certain that Orlando Pirates is going to play the Club World Cup because the criteria that Sundowns got into reaching the Club World Cup, Pirates got. They were in the semi-finals of the Champions League and they were handpicked. Now I want them to redefine this name for me, or handpicked. It means Pirates is going to the Club World Cup next season, most definitely.
I'm not going to get into those things because I did get into trouble. Even today, I'm still asking what happened to the AFL Cup.
No, the AF Cup was a homemade cup. It was something that they were testing. The president of CAF.
But those points are the ones that helped Sundowns qualify. So I'm not too sure. So maybe if the AFL was to come for Pirates, maybe you guys might go to the Club World Cup. But you know, they had to use certain points to get in there. So me, as far as I'm concerned, the Sundowns model was very strategic and smart. At least we have a South African team in the Club World Cup, which is great news, and they should represent us well. And I'm proud of that. But I'm not seeing Pirates competing the next year.
In the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
No, no, no. I saw my uncle, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, with the president of FIFA here in Santin having a meeting. They were wearing blue suits with white sneakers when they made or they arranged that AFL. And we spoke. People said we don't hate, we hate and stuff. We said no, we don't hate. This AFL to show that the AFL was not so, it was not properly made, but it's a good try. As the president of CAF, my uncle.
But the points helped Sundowns, so it must come back. Those points were calculated.
Yes, we congratulate them for winning. But what we're saying, if the AFL does not continue, then the Club World Cup, your likes of Orlando Pirates should go because they ended.
So this Club World Cup is going to happen every season. Is that what you're saying?
No, the Club World Cup has been happening for many years.
Yeah, but remember it wasn't called that.
Yes.
Hence I'm saying now in this format, is it every season?
Every season, most definitely. We like to thank Dr. Patrice Motsepe to making sure that happens, and we are really grateful. But now, people or the general public has to understand what does it take for one to play in the Club World Cup, because there's no shower. We understand to play in the Club World Cup. By the way, in Europe, you have to have won the Champions League, or maybe be in the semi-final of the Champions League, or otherwise.
Sundowns were in the finals
of the Champions League.
What makes you think Sundowns won't win their games? Remember, I said all Sundowns need to do. I'm certain they're going to beat that Asian team. I can't remember you saying Hyundai or something. That is 3 points. All we need to do is to draw against Fluminense. I can't remember which other one. Was it the team from Portugal? I can't remember. Or Borussia. We just need to get a draw, and a win. Yeah. And it's possible.
It is very possible. The very same way, the Sundowns that we're talking about, they were supposed to be having a double star now. Their worst enemy of lately has showed us that, or has proven us to be Coach Cardoso. I think if Coach Cardoso can reduce his stubbornness, his pride, I mean, Sundowns has got players from Europe. They've got Yo Suarez, they've got Joe Ribeiro, they've got players from Brazil, they've got players, quality players, Allende, they've got Shalulile, they've got Reynas, they've got quality Mchishizwani. If we can just separate emotions and trying to prove point and be stubborn and work together as a team, I'm very much sure the Englishman, Steve Compella, if you can allow him the chance to say, let's work together, show me, tell me who were the players, because he was not there. He was not here. He does not know.
But are you saying Steve Compella was there when Piano and Shushan was there? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying he has more of the knowledge of South African football and South African players. So I'm not saying he should coach Mamelodi Sundowns, but I'm only saying he should advise the coach to say, do you understand why people are crying for Tembazwane? I'm not solely speaking on Tembazwane's behalf, but I'm talking up even on matters relating to that, to say, listen to them, to someone who's been here. I'm not saying take, but I'm saying listen. But it seems like he was very stubborn, and it costed him. I don't think Mamelodi Sundowns technical team and fans are happy about Cardoso, but they don't want to prove people right by firing him. Let me tell you, if emotions allows them, Cardoso that we are talking about, you must understand that he's operating through grace now. It's no longer anything, it's no longer logic, it's grace. And he should take this grace and say, guys, I am together with you. Tambazwane, I'm with you. I understand why you are the captain. Let's work together. Let's go there and show people. Let me tell you, we don't want to win the European way. We are not Europeans. We want to win the Temba Mshishizwane's way. This is what I've been saying, that when the under 21, it's because we are playing our own South African football. Allow us to express ourselves the best way. How? We are South African people. We express ourselves better in our own way. We can never be more Europeans than Europeans. We can never play European football like robots. We are not robots. We understand? Put Mchishizwane, make everyone dance. He's got a piano. He'll make everyone dance.
You are selling players, releasing players, but you don't have a coach. When are you getting a coach?
The way it happened, we are definitely in talks with different coaches. As you could hear, some others are. Everyone, let me tell you, every coach in the world wants to coach Orlando Pirates, especially in the context of South African football or of Africa, let me say, because the coach that was coaching us went to coach the biggest team in Africa. What does that tell you?
And even the one previously, remember, still went to,
Yes.
I think it's Tunisia or Morocco.
Yes.
He still won the league there, the previous coach. And this one again went there. So it's now starting to be a common route for all the coaches. And Rulani as well coached Orlando Pirates. So 3 Orlando Pirates coaches within the last 7 years have went to coach big teams in Africa.
No, that's very profound. You're doing your homework. I did not know about that. You'll get my PhD.
But that's why I'm here. But that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to always remind you of these things.
No, thank you very much.
Hey, please don't revoke this PhD. This one is the official PhD.
No, thank you very much. Just to validate my point, as I was saying, meaning, as you could hear, Roland Mokoena did not have any issue said. In fact, he spoke well of our chairman, Dr. Ivan Khoza, and the chairman, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. I think also he was being very smart. He knows that Cardoso is about to go, and he knows that Orlando Pirates does not have a coach. So, but what a mature way, to advocate for yourself, to say, I'm available. And as a servant of the team, you know that how he's blood related to Orlando Pirates. I think he has showed maturity. He has grown, but I think Orlando Pirates will do well with it if they are to go outside of the country. For me,
Benny or Rulani?
Most definitely Benny McCarthy.
Is Benny from outside the country?
I was saying in the context. That's why I was saying if we were to go outside the country, let's go for European coach and stuff. But if there's any South African, for me, I'm entitled to my own opinion, and I can give you facts to back them up. Let me tell you, I'll go for Benny McCarthy. Many people know him as a UEFA. He's got a UEFA medal. And again, one thing I like about Benny McCarthy, he does not want to lose. Remember, when we won the treble after treble, he won with the team. And people that were there, because I did some interview with the legends that played with him, they told me about how strict he was, how much of a hard worker he was, how much he pushed the team into winning. And here I'm not talking even in the terms, in the context of comparing him to Rolando Mukwema. Benny McCarthy, he has showed hunger. By the way, I've checked his profile. Even when he played for, I think, 7 Stars, he scored 1 goal the whole season. The following season, he scored in 20 games. He scored 12 goals. In the following season, that's when he scored around, I think, 19, 18 goals. And then they took him to Ajax Amsterdam. In Ajax, they were not winning anything. They won the league. As he arrived in his and he won the Golden Boot, he went to Porto. Portugal, they were not winning anything. According maybe back then in 1987, he went on to win and even win the CAF Champions League. He went to Celta Vigo. He went to Blackburn. He did many things.
The European Champions League, UEFA.
Yes. He won it as a player. Yes. He beat Manchester 2 goals. This guy, he's the all-time leading goal scorer of South African football. Why do we have to wait? so much for people to even pass on, for us to appreciate them. I mean, we are talking, if Manchester United can recognize him and put him as one of the technical team, he came here, if you are to doubt what he can do, he came in the PSL at Amazulu. After so many years of decades of them not being number two in PSL, he made them number two. He made them to play the CAF World Cup. I mean, the CAF Champions League. So Benny McCarthy is a winner by nature. You like it or not. And I think for me, with all due respect to Rolando Mukwege, he's a very good coach. But I think if you cannot compare him to Benny McCarthy, whether be it experience-wise, one can say in terms of coaching, but experience-wise, playing football at the highest level, we are talking about a player who scored 4 goals in 14 minutes. Give credit where it's due in AFCON, in his first AFCON. I mean, the boy has been a core leading goal scorer in his first AFCON with Hussam Hussein. I mean, the boy is on often another level. I think for me to compare a Bailey to Rolando Mukwege, it's wrong. It shouldn't be. Benny McCarthy, we should put him in the context of international standard. And he has proven he has played football on an international level, played for bigger teams. I mean, even Chelsea was robbed not to have him because Jose Mourinho wanted him there. But what I'm trying to say is, it would be unfair for me to compare him to that. And people who compare the two, it's people who watch football from a South African's point of view, because they don't they don't think of Blackburn, they don't think of Manchester.
No, but somebody might say Rulani's analysis of matches is on another level. So you cannot dismiss everybody that says that. You know, all of them are Pirates babies in a way. So for some, it doesn't matter whoever is appointed, but I hear your views and respect them.
No, I'm not. Let me tell you, Orlando is a very good coach. Very young, very good. He was at Orlando Pirates. Unfortunately, things did not go well. He was loaned at Chippa United. I think Dr. Ivan Koza wanted to prepare him to Orlando Pirates, but then he received a call somewhere, and they told him that if you want cups, come that side. He was not patient enough to wait and coach the team of his that he loves. Unfortunately, some people came and did what they did. But now he wants to come. We are a forgiving country, a forgiving nation. If Dr. Ivan Koza or the leadership of Orlando Pirates wants to re-sign him, they can sign him, it's fine, and we'll
I
support
just
him.
wish they sign both. I don't know how they will work together, but if they were to sign both, we'll see the best of the best in South Africa.
Most definitely. I just don't know if we've got the budget for them both. But they are.
Maybe that's why you're using all these players. You're trying to save money.
Remember, Roland Mukwege now he's of a certain profile. He's a very good coach. I mean, coached all Mamelodi Sundowns now at Wydad. But one thing I know and I love about Roland Mukwege is the fact that he's more passionate than money. I've realized that, like throughout, he loves football, he loves coaching. I think even if he was to come at Orlando Pirates, he would come at any price, especially when it's Orlando Pirates, because I feel like he's that kind of player that, or a coach that would say, "Let me prove the things that I did not prove at Mamelodi Sundowns. Let me show them that I can take the very same league that I won with 23 points gap and win the league." This is a big challenge. I think he's a coach that needs challenge. But for me, Benny McCarthy is more of a coach that needs more challenges, and he likes proving a point.
And it's so funny that even before he went to Amazon, I remember asking him, "This man, if they give it to me now, you know me, I enjoy working under pressure. You know,
Yeah.
give me when there's pressure."
Yeah.
But now the pressure is gone. He's a top coach now. Pirates is doing well. The
Yeah.
pressure is gone. So is it the right time? He wanted it then.
I'm telling you, I can put my finger on the ground. Benny McCarthy, if he was to be hired to be Orlando Pirates coach, he's going to win it. Win it like on merit.
Win what?
The league. What? Yes. Benny McCarthy. Baba. Oh.
Do you think there can be somebody that can win the league in this country?
I'm telling
in
you.
the next 2 years?
I'm saying next season. If they were to give Benny McCarthy the season.
Baba. Win the league against Sundowns in the next 2 years.
Here, give Benny McCarthy Orlando Pirates. You will see.
No. I don't even want to mention Benny. Give any coach. Do you see the league going to another team in the next 2 years in this country?
Yes, most definitely. Remember us, what we do. we don't look at the history. We look at the history and thank it that it's history. When we start the league will start on 0.00 points. They are not going to start with those points. We're starting another league and we are taking it. We won't come and say they've won it 8 times, therefore.
Baba, Sundowns, even if it means they buy an opposition player and bench them, they will win the league.
That's how they've been winning, by the way. How did you know? That's what they do. They buy opposition.
I don't know that's how they win, but one thing I know is Sundowns is winning the league next season.
The very same Benny McKenzie once alluded to that, but they did not strike him. I think Benny McKenzie has played every. He said this is what they do. They buy the best left back, and they never attack them. They attacked Jabu Pule. Jabu Pule now has rejoined him. I don't know if he's eating because now he has changed the tune. Now he's saying, they must buy, or all these others must buy players. You know what he's saying? And because I've got a PhD, I thought, oh, Jabu Pule because Jabu Pule was the one complaining about FIFA financial fair play. No. The truth has to be said. The truth has to be said.
I'm not too sure that's true.
It's my truth.
Yeah,
if they want to sue me, let them sue me. Jabu Pule is one of the first to come against a FIFA financial fair play, according to Mamelodi Sundowns. They said they're using too much money. Now Jabu Pule, he has changed tune. He's saying, they must buy. You know why? His studio. No, you look at his studio, you can tell it's been funded. And he has changed to. If you've got a PhD, you'll realize that no, this one is he's keeping quiet now.
PhD.
Why would you jump from 10 to 0?
Guys, when I'm done with PhD, Baba, I think we are done. We can talk again tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I think we are done.